I am super excited because I am finally doing my liquid lipstick swatch and comparison and like my favorites that I have, I guess, video. Favorite as far as like formula, color, smell, like all of that is kind of how I decided to narrow it down. I kind of took all of that into play. I've been talking about wanting to do this for a really long time. I just didn't know if I wanted to try to get some of the other brands that I don't already have so that I can kind of have more to review or compare to all the rest of these. But you guys can kind of maybe form your own judgment, or if you already have ones that I don't, then you can now kind of see how you feel about these or whatever. So if you want to see my opinions on all of my 10 liquid lipstick brands that I do have, then just keep watching. So I think that my number 10 on the list of my liquid lipsticks that I have would most likely be my LA Splash. I have one Smitten lip tint and one lip couture. So they have two different formulas supposedly, or formulas, or I don't know what exactly the difference is because I honestly cannot tell the difference. I do only have these two, but as you can see, the Smitten lip tints are like in a pink little thing, and then the lip coutures are in the gold. They have a pretty good range of colors, that's for sure. Out of all of the liquid lipstick brands that I have, these may last the absolute longest on the lips. The only thing, two things, that makes this number 10 instead of number 1 is that they're so drying. I couldn't wear any liquid lipsticks for a few days after wearing one of these because they were so dry and cracky, and it wouldn't be healed by just like a chapstick or something. So that's kind of a problem. These are the most drying for sure that I can tell. The second thing that makes these fall to number 10 is they smell the worst. The worst of all of the brands that I have are definitely these ones. They smell of very strong chemical paint, and I would never want to put that on a client. I would sometimes, okay, the two colors I have is Innocent Vixen and Latte Confession, which are beautiful colors. This is an awesome nude that's kind of like a beigey, it's like a beigey color, and this is, it's supposed to be the Lime Crimes Riot dupe, which it is very, very similar. So they're beautiful colors, but when I was wanting to use like the nude for brides and stuff, I would just feel kind of, I mean, I would put it on a brush and hope that they maybe couldn't smell it, because I feel like that would be kind of almost, not necessarily offensive, but just kind of awkward. Be like, oh, what are you putting on my lip, you know? So I just kind of feel like these are, I wish that these weren't as drying and chemically and just kind of not something I really enjoy putting on my lips, basically. Oh, another thing I'll point out that is a difference between the Smitten lip tints. The Smitten lip tint has a basic doe foot, like every other liquid lipstick pretty much out there, almost every single liquid lipstick out there. But the lip coutures is kind of like a long, weird, kind of almost bent, it's kind of flat. Like here, let me show you side by side so you can really see the difference. So one is like long and skinny, and then the other is like a basic doe foot. So that's interesting. I don't really know what the reasoning is. Pricing is $14. So they are on the cheaper side. That's definitely a plus, especially considering how drying and how stinky they are. They are one of the cheapest ones out there. I believe they are actually the cheapest out of all of the brands that I'm going to mention. So that's nice. I will swatch all of these though for you, just so that you can see. And I think, yeah, here is gonna be the best. Right here. I'm gonna try to like get an awesome row of like a swatch of every single one of these. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, so here is Latte Confession, and then that one is Innocent Vixen, the nude right there. All right, so that was my number 10. It's hard to say what my next one would be, only because I do like them. I just feel, again, like it's kind of a different level of liquid lipstick compared to my other brands. I know that this is like a favorite of a lot of people that I've seen on YouTube, and I don't want this to seem like I dislike them, because I do. It's just I don't like them on the same category as a liquid lipstick. Basically, I'm gonna talk about the Ofra liquid lipsticks. Long-lasting liquid lipsticks, I think they're just called. I have two colors. I believe this one's called Mocha, and this one's called Miami Fever. It's the one made from Kathleen Lights, or with Kathleen Lights. Okay, first thing, the only reason why these are number 9 and not higher up is because they're not kiss-proof. So again, the thing that I look for in liquid lipsticks is that they don't dry me out, the smell is not disgusting, and that they're kiss-proof. Because that's what's appealing to me about liquid lipsticks. I mean, yeah, the long wear, but I feel like a lot of, basically any matte lipstick is long wearing because it's matte. It's not gonna, I don't know. I mean, is that just me? So I love these, but I still need to make sure that they don't smear. And then another thing too is, I mean, the packaging is cool when you get it. It just looks kind of chintzy. So you can see my Mocha, it's almost completely wiped off. Like the label just kind of smears off. It's just not a good quality. Like I could eventually forget that this is Mocha. And even on the Kathleen Lights one, the Ofra, see on here, it's supposed to say Ofra on the side right here. This one's completely wiped off. You can kind of see remnants of it. And for some reason, the label on the Kathleen Lights one has stayed though. So it's like opposites fading off. So it's just kind of cheap, fading, meh. They are the doe foot. They're beautiful. They have a ton of colors. They feel super velvety on the lips. They're great. It's just, I kind of feel like they're basically just matte lipsticks in liquid form, kind of like the Melted, but they actually are matte. So I don't know. It was hard to judge. They're great. I still definitely wear them, and I'm down to get more colors. I just don't put them on as a, like, oh, I don't have to even think about my lips throughout the whole day. Because I do. I want to make sure that I don't smear it, you know, or they get down on my chin. All right, I'm gonna ramble. I need to stop. Ofra pricing is $19.90, which I think is quite a bit considering the packaging is like falling apart, you know. But Ofra does have a lot of coupon codes, and especially one that you can get from Kathleen Lights, I know for sure. And I think it's like 40% off, so it makes it really cheap. So that's amazing. I'll try to find it and I'll link it down below, just so you don't have to go hunting for it. But so that does make it worth it. Then it makes it pretty cheap. I think it ends up with shipping and everything about like 15 bucks. So that does make it kind of like one of the cheapest ones. But yeah. So that was my number 9, Ofra liquid lipsticks. Let me swatch them for you before I forget. Okay, here is Mocha, and there is the Miami Fever. All right, so next up is also a hard one, only because I only have one of them. And it's the Kat Von D Everlasting Love liquid lipsticks, or whatever they called. I have Berlin, and this is actually a little sample-sized version too, so it's really hard to say. But I did want to include it in here because I do have it and I can swatch it. But I have tried a few in the store, like in Sephora, and they honestly didn't last that long on my lips. Because I've done it a few times. I'll go into Sephora and I'm like, ooh, what kind of ones do they actually have in stock for once? And then I'll try it on my lips and then leave them all and try to wear it as long as possible, just kind of test it out. And yeah, it was kind of underwhelming, I guess. It is a basic doe foot. She has awesome color choices, but another problem for me with these are that they're always out of stock. So here's Berlin. It's a really cool, kind of a corally pink. It's a very bold corally pink, I would say. Also, the prices of the Kat Von D's, full price, by the way, not this guy. Full price Kat Von D's are $20. That's kind of seems to be like the main going rate for liquid lipsticks these days, at least of the higher end brands. So I guess it's reasonable. I think it's a decent price for what you get. In the full price, of course. Next up on my list, I feel is also very, very, very popular that I've seen on YouTube, is the Dose of Colors long-lasting liquid lipsticks, whatever they're called, matte liquid lipsticks. It doesn't really say on here, but they're liquid lipsticks. I have Berry Me, the original Berry Me, because I guess there's a Berry Me 2 that I do not have. So the first one I ever got actually was Purple Rain, and this was the first way that I even heard about Dose of Colors was when I was at Nami's and there was a girl working there that was wearing this color, and I was like, what's on your lips? I need it right now. Add it to my basket. That's already way too much stuff that I shouldn't be getting, but I just really, really wanted it. So they don't have that many colors. I mean, they have been coming out with quite a bit more. Like they had their 3-pack holiday edition, which I almost got because it's those shimmery ones I'm curious about, but I don't know because I'll explain in again later. My problem with Dose of Colors is that they are very drying. I've found, for me, they are very drying. They do definitely just go on and dry matte, very kiss proof. They are long wearing. I don't have to worry about them, but the initial application is really hard to apply for some reason. I think it's because it kind of gets goopy. Like, see, look, when I open it, if you can kind of see, there's like a gob of product. It's just kind of like goopy mousse or something, or goopy cream, especially the Purple Rain. It's just kind of like gobbed up. I feel like it's gonna be really hard for you guys to see, but you can't see, there's chunks of the product on there, so when I try to apply it, it bleeds a little bit. It takes me forever to get Berry Me to go on smoothly on my lips. What's my problem? Why are these so hard for me? Maybe it's because I'm used to the liquidy ones, so this one's just the most creamy. I'm pretty sure these are the most creamy of any other brand that I have, actually. Creamy as far as like goopy, moussey, weird. They dry completely matte, don't have to worry about it. Again, I love that. They're just kind of hard to apply. They smell like... They don't smell bad or good. They're just kind of like lipstick, like a generic lipstick smell, you know? The Dose of Colors prices are $18, so I mean, that seems pretty standard. I think it's reasonable. That's all I got to say. I will swatch it. The colors are beautiful. I mean, I want more colors, even if they are kind of dry and hard to apply. I just need to make sure that I get a good liner, lip liner, to use with it. So, look at that purple, it's perfect. There is Purple Rain and Berry Me. I think that's all I want to say about that brand. So this was kind of tied, actually, with Dose of Colors. I couldn't decide which one to put first. But next up, I will talk about Colored Rain. I really like the formula of Colored Rain, actually. Honestly, these would be higher, I think, if they didn't smell bad. Because they smell less strong than the LA Splash. That's why they're higher up on the list. But they still smell like chemicals, or kind of like paint. Just more subtle. Like, I can smell it a little bit and it not be like, oh my god. So it's livable, it's fine. These are also not as drying at all. I really like the wear time of these. I feel like they last a good amount of time. They're pretty smooth to go on. Again, they have the felt tip applicator. They have an awesome selection of colors. The Colored Rain prices are $17. So they're like trying to be on the cheaper side, but I mean, it's pretty reasonable considering they do the job. They're kiss proof, all that jazz. It does have amazing color selection, decent packaging. I have Soul and Vanity Rain, which I think is the perfect red. It's like a red. And Soul is like that kind of grayish, gray brown. Basically, it's a very nice deep color. I really like it. I will give you a little swatchy poo. Again, I really, other than the smell, I don't really have much to complain about with this brand. So there's Soul and Vanity Rain. Next up is the Stila Stay All Day. So I have a good amount of the Stila Stay All Days actually. Since we're getting up to like my top 6 brands, I do have more colors that I did buy of these ones. So the Stila Stay All Days I do really like a lot actually. They would be higher up on my list if it weren't for more than half of my collection, I guess, actually. So my problem, I talked about in my last year's yearly favorites, my 2014 favorites video or whatever, that my issue with, you can't tell on the video, but some of the colors have kind of a shimmer in them, and those I don't like the formula as much. I feel like they're a little more goopy and get patchy on the lips. Like you have to go over it a couple times to get it to actually be evenly applied, but then it starts to kind of goop up a little bit, so it just doesn't look as nice as the rest of them. These two I love. I want to get more of the regular matte colors because I do really like these. I have Patina and Tesoro, and then I also have Amore and Dolce, and then this is Rosa. This was their like special edition, like summer, one of their summer collections or something. And I was really excited because I've been wanting more of the lighter shades for the liquid lipsticks because I feel like they're always done wrong, which this is definitely no exception to that. The quality of them, well, first of all, they have like the doe foot applicator. It's a little like more pliable or like movable. They're easy to apply other than, you know, the patchiness of the shimmery ones. They last a long time, they dry matte, they're kiss proof. They smell like cupcakes or cake batter. They smell like cake batter, exactly. So that's awesome. It's just, this one is super patchy. It's like the worst. Ugh, you can even see it in the swatch. Let me show you right now. So it's like, I guess it's such a light color, you can't even tell on my pale skin, but it's like really patchy right here and then goopy on one spot. It's just a really bad formula. I mean, I guess you can mix it. I had like mixed it with certain colors to try to make them lighter, just like a dab, but on its own, no, not cute. Also, the Stila Stay All Days are actually the most expensive liquid lipsticks of all the ones that I'm gonna talk about. They are $24. So that is insane. I mean, yeah, they're great as long as you're not getting the shimmery ones, but that's a lot of money. So, I mean, I guess I'm just grateful that I get 40% off for being a makeup artist. But otherwise, there's some other brands that are cheaper if you don't want to spend that kind of money. Let me swatch the rest now. So they would be higher on my list if they were more consistent with the formulas. And doing these swatches, again, I can see like kind of bunches in the product. So, I mean, I definitely recommend the Stila Stay All Day liquid lipsticks. They definitely last a really long time. They will stay all day. But I don't suggest the shimmery ones. Oh my gosh, I am not doing so good. Okay, so Tesoro, Amore, Dolce, Patina, and Rosa. And I thought I was gonna do so good by doing it this way, but I obviously I'm failing, I'm so sorry. So number 4 on my list is the Jeffree Star Velour liquid lipsticks. So fancy. I only got 2 of these just because I wanted to test them out before I went crazy, because they are $18. I got the Androgyny and I'm Nude. When I saw Androgyny came out, I was putting it off trying them out actually, because the colors I felt like I had amongst the other brands that I have anyway. But then once I saw Androgyny, I was like, okay, now I'll order. And then again, I was trying to find more nude colors that would maybe work and not be disgusting on the lips and just look all crackly. So I got these 2. They surprisingly don't really smell that great. Again, they don't smell terrible. They almost, let me compare actually, the Colored Rain. Okay, so they smell almost like an even lighter version of the Colored Rain. So they almost kind of smell like paint, like they smell more like spray paint. So it's kind of like a little more subtle than like paint. I don't know, whatever. That didn't deter me though, because I do really like the doe foot applicator because it has like a flat curve to really like form to the lips. And this is actually, Androgyny is what I have on my lips currently, so you can get a really good swatch. I love this color. I feel like it really does last a long time. It's pretty comfortable on the lips. It is kiss proof. And other than the smell not being amazing, it's not bad. I can't really complain, so that's why I really want to try more colors now. But the only reason why this isn't like number 1 is because first of all, I only have 2, so I can't compare too much. And also the I Am Nude, I mean, it's not bad. It does go on very velvety. It's kind of a creamy liquid, but it does start cracking pretty quickly on the lips. Not immediately, so at first I was so excited that I was like, oh my gosh, because it is like a really nice nude for when I'm wearing like really smoky dark eyes and I just want to kind of mute out the lips. This is amazing, but it does kind of start cracking up a little bit and getting all like milky, gross looking inside. So that was kind of disappointing. It's not the worst. This is an awesome, really just kind of neutral nude to mix with other colors to make them lighter. So I do like that and I will be using it. It's just on its own, not the best nude. Here are the swatches. I'm gonna try to actually go with how I was trying to do it so you can see it better, but here's I Am Nude and there's Androgyny. Androgyny is such a good color. I love it. Considering this one is great and most brands can't do nudes very well, I'm willing to give it a try, and that's why it is still number 4 on my list. The top 3 were really, really hard to figure out, actually. We'll just call these all my 3 favorites. In no particular order, but they're kind of in order. So let's just go to my number 3 is the Makeup Monsters liquid lipsticks. So I already have a whole review video on these. I will link it down below. I swatch on my lips every single one of the colors that I have. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different colors and I love them all. So I can definitely say that they're in my top 3. They are very long wearing. They're definitely kiss proof. They really don't have a smell. It's weird. I mean, if you really try to smell, it almost is like the Jeffree Stars, even more subtle. I feel like everyone is kind of like a lighter version. Yeah, so that's nice. They're in really cute little packaging. They seem really sturdy, good quality. They're an awesome brand, and the price is great too. It's like $15.95, I want to say. Like I said, I already have a whole video, but I will swatch them just so that we have them all together, you know. And of all the brands that I do have, these are definitely in my top favorites as far as like the nuder, more light shades as well. I feel like they definitely did it pretty decently, especially for the price. I don't know how they do it, but there is Flutter, Cherimoya, Luxe, Dusk, and Juniper. And again, I have another video all dedicated to them specifically, so I'll just link that below if you want a little more details, whatever. Moving on, next up on my list at number 2 is the Balm's Meet Matte Hues long-lasting liquid lipsticks. First of all, the Balm is just cute in general because they always have their clever little like names for everything. So Meet Matte Hues, so it's like matte liquid lipsticks. Oh, so clever. The only thing that kind of sucks about this brand though for their liquid lipsticks is that their color selection is so basic. There's no exciting colors pretty much at all. But I mean, when you're starting out and you want your basics, your neutrals, or your, you know, everyday colors that you can wear whenever. So it's nice, whatever. No big deal. I also really like that they're very unique. They smell like an Andes chocolate mint candy. Totally. It smells so good. I love it. The formula is so good. They're a little more on the liquidy side. They last a really long time. They're totally kiss-proof. They're really comfortable on the lips. Whenever I wear them, I forget that I even have it on. The names are really cute. They all are kind of descriptions of matte hues, like a dude. So I have Committed, cute, Chivalrous, Honest, and Devoted. So cute. I love it. That's why I have 4. I want to get more, but they're all, like I said, kind of basic colors, so I already have a lot of them anyway. I just kind of wanted more. Let me get all the swatches. Okay. So there is Committed, Chivalrous is the pink, Devoted is the red, and then that last one is Honest, which is kind of like a corally shade. And the red I really like. It's kind of like a pinky red compared to the other reds that I have, but I really like it. My arm is looking real colorful. Meet Matte Hues by the Balm are $17, so I think it's very reasonable considering how amazing they are. So if you're new to liquid lipsticks and you just want something long wearing, do it all, and you don't really need crazy colors anyways, then the Balm is amazing. I'd highly suggest it, unless you hate like minty chocolate smell, which ain't nobody going around saying they don't want no minty chocolate, so you know. Last but not least is probably my favorite, but again, kind of just amongst the top 3 to 4 brands in general, but as you will see, they're kind of, hate to say probably my favorite because I do have the most shades of them for sure. It is the Lime Crime liquid lipsticks. I have so many. I know all the controversy behind them and all of that. I've heard all about it. I don't need to hear more lecturing of it. I've already done my research and it's pretty shitty, but I feel like if I like their products, I'm going to still want them. I was never affected, thank goodness, by any of the fraud stuff they had going on in the past. I don't know, I mean, every company has mistakes. Even Target had fraud type things, you know, stealing money from people. So can you really hold it against them forever? I don't know. I love the colors that they come out with. I feel like they were pretty much, at least that I had ever heard of, the first liquid lipstick to come out. I know obviously like the Makeup Forever Aqua Rouge was probably like way before that, and maybe other brands had done things kind of similar or with the same idea, but never to the extent of like the liquid lipsticks that are now like the thing that's everywhere. So you gotta hand it to them, and their colors are constantly coming out with like unique shades that I just need to have, you know? Other brands come out with shades and I'm like, I feel like I already have that. It smells like cupcakes or vanilla, so that's cute. The packaging is probably the cutest with little roses, and then on some of them they have little roses and then some have little unicorns. Lime Crime is $20, so it's pretty much like a basic price range. I feel with all of these colors, they are pretty consistent. So they are more on the liquidy side, so they do kind of break up a little bit sometimes, but all you have to do is shake it. It's not the end of the world. It's just the, you know, I mean, this is a product that's been mixed with different things to get it how it is. So I just shake it and then it applies all the same. Super velvety smooth, dries completely matte, not too drying. They're like, it's the best. The only thing I will point out, no brand is perfect, but for some reason, I don't know what it is, but Pansy has been different than the rest for me. It kind of goes on patchy, and so I have to reapply it, and then it just starts to get weird and cakey. I don't know what the problem is with it. It just is not the same, and it's really disappointing because I was really excited to get more of a warm purple, because the other purple I have is like a dose of colors, Purple Rain, which is really a blue purple. But anyway, yeah, this one's just kind of not the most. It's got like a nice tiny little doe foot, so you can get really precise. Other than Pansy, of all of these colors, even the lighter ones, like Bleached is probably my favorite nudie color. It's kind of like a nudie peach. Cashmere is amazing, so long wearing. Don't have to worry about that baby for so long. It's that grayish original color, you know, that like started it all. I love this like army color, Trouble. It's one of their newer ones. It's so cool. It's like a military green. Where do I want to do this? Maybe I'll put them over here. Salem is like the perfect brown. I would like to see Salem compared to the Kylie Jenner True Brown or whatever, because I feel like they look like they would pretty much be the same. So if anyone's seen that, link it to me because I'm curious. If you have the Kylie Jenner lip kit, I didn't end up getting it. I don't know, they're just the best. I can't fight it. I've tried other brands that I don't have, that I haven't bought in stores. I've tried the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I've tried the LA Girl. I've tried the Gerard Cosmetics. I don't know, those are the only ones I can think of off the top of my head. But I tried them in stores. The LA Girl did not like at all, wouldn't purchase them, even for their cheap price. They're probably one of the cheapest out there. I have not tried ColourPop though. They're also one of the cheaper. I feel like those are the two cheapest ones that I've seen. Or I shouldn't say cheap, I mean it is the cheapest, but it's like the lowest cost, so that's awesome. But I really did not like the formula for the LA Girl, not worth it. The Gerard Cosmetics, they seemed decent enough. I just felt like I already had the colors, so didn't want to spend the money. And Gerard's kind of overpriced anyway. They also kind of have their drama behind them. They have coupon codes though for their overpricedness, so meh. And then the Anastasia Beverly Hills, they have awesome color selections. I mean, they do have a ton that it's like, oh my god, I can't even make up my mind of what color I want. But I didn't feel like I needed any. When I tried it on in store, I didn't feel like, I kind of had the like, about how I did with the Anastasia Beverly Hills. That's why I haven't really bought too many of those. Anastasia Beverly Hills, I mean the Kat Von D. I'm always getting those mixed up. Kat Von D and Anastasia Beverly Hills I kind of feel is on somewhat the same level. So I just didn't feel like I needed to buy them. Am I done yet? No, sorry. I'm getting sidetracked. So, okay. So here is Black Velvet, Pansy, Utopia, Wicked, Pink Velvet, Salem, Trouble, Cashmere, Bleached, Rave. I'm sorry that these swatches are kind of really crazy. I hope it helps. Let me know if there's any that you want like a more in-depth anything. I can kind of let you know a little bit more detail in the comments. Or if you want me to post a photo on Instagram or Snapchat or Makeup Social of closer comparisons of certain shades, because I think that's really fun and I like to look up side-by-sides of swatches as well, so I totally get it. I hope this was helpful and hopefully it's not all over the place. I love watching these sort of liquid lipstick videos so that I can kind of see others' opinions and kind of see, maybe I overlooked certain ones or whatever, you know? Anyway, if you guys haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. It really means a lot to me and helps me out. and lets me know that you want to see more videos from me. I'm really excited to do my yearly favorites video because I don't do monthly favorites. I've only done one favorites video, and that was last year for New Year's. So I will do it again this year, just you wait. I'm kind of trying to like gather in my head my favorites of like every category so that I can share them with you guys all from this year. I'm really excited about it. So stay tuned for that. And if you liked this video or it helped you at all, please thumbs up so that I know, and maybe I'll try to do more compare and contrast type of videos. If you have any in mind, let me know. I was thinking of still doing like my favorite brushes and all that type of stuff. Let me know if that sounds good. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!